It's Tuesday, and he's back. Your Putney Heath playboy. Best hair in the internet wrestling community. And it's the Raw, Monday Night Raw, recap and watch along. Now before we jump in to the showcase of champions, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, the Raw and Smackdown Women's Champions, taking on the Kabuki Warriors, and they have gone full-blown Japan, my word, haven't they just, the new Women's Tag Team Champions from the fallout from Hell in a Cell. What we have had earlier in the show is Rusev, yet again embarrassed, with the Bobby Lashley and Lana shenanigans. Midway through, taking a bit of a kicking from Randall Orton and Big Banter Baron, the king himself, King Corbin, a lot of kings on the show this week. Two members of Team Flair running into Saudi later this month. Well, midway through we had this Bobby Lashley, a beacon of face, appeared on our screens on the Titantron, and he and Lana, sure enough, where were they? Nowhere else but in Rusev's bed, my word. Well, as you might imagine, that infuriated Rusev, who took it out on Randy Orton and Big Banter Baron. Good on you, Rusev, you look damn strong. Nice little push going on there, I'd say, amidst what is an intriguing, shall we say, storyline. Let's see where that goes. Now, beside that, another significant talking point, I think, is Aleister Black is back. Back with a vengeance. He gave a Bollywood beatdown to the Singh brothers, no less. Really looked tough and strong. I mean, we know he's big league, Aleister Black. He's a hell of a guy. But he appears to have packed on a bit more physicality, a bit more muscle in the last several weeks, and for me, he's never looked better in that respect. And all in all, let's stick a bit of gold around his waist, shall we? Anytime now, that'll do. Thank you very much. Okay, now we're going to jump straight in, as I mentioned, to that showcase for the women's division. And this showcase has very much been a theme so far of the episode of Monday Night Raw. As of course, on Friday Smackdown on Fox, we start this year's, I think we've had one already, haven't we? But the proper WWE draft. So we're building up towards that, quite frankly. What I'm most interested in this show this week is what potential fallout we might get in furthering the story between, the biggest story perhaps in pro wrestling at present moment, between The Fiend, Bray Wyatt's The Fiend, and Seth effing Rollins. So we should see where that goes. And of course, we have the chat, the likely not too friendly chat to go down between Tyson Fury, another king for you, the king of the gypsies, taking on Braun Strowman in a apology match, perhaps. Let's see how this goes. I think they're supposed to have a bit of a chat in the ring and possibly settle their differences. I think that's unlikely. Okay, well, let's get into the show. I'm Brother Ollie. Boom! And this is the Raw recap and watch along. Hit it! Now this showcase is developing nicely, and of course this is an opportunity for the many superstars of all WWE shows. Oh, mist in the face, love that, the Tajiri green mist, it's back again, straight out the mouth of Asuka, and Kairi Sane has rolled up and pinned the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. There we go, Asuka, in essence, has got the better of the man yet again. That is interesting. Really enjoying this full-blown heel turn, full-blown Japan from the Kabuki Warriors. Charlotte is now taking out Asuka from the back. She's taking out Kairi Sane. She's giving them a bit of a Cain Velasquez style beatdown, ground and pound. And again, is Becky going to make her way back into the ring? Can Becky even see at this stage? Becky is seeing green, and no, she has not become the She-Hulk. She has a full face of green mist. Hello? Music hits. It's the Goddess! The Goddess and Nikki Cross. Here they come. Superb bit of business. There we go. They're looking to avenge that Tag Team Championship defeat from Hell in a Cell. This has been a brilliant showcase going into the WWE draft that starts later this week on Friday Smackdown on Fox. And with regard to, as I said, what I'm really waiting for is any further developments. Oh, you got a nice little double team there from Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, really waiting to see if there's any further developments in The Fiend, Bray Wyatt and Seth effing Rollins' story. A lot of people were outraged by the finish. I think there was a lot of confusion and misunderstanding with regard to Wyatt and exactly how the referee stopped that match, which was indeed the outcome. It was a referee stoppage. He simply felt that things had gone way too far, even in Hell in a Cell. So if you've not had a chance to catch up on that match, or if it takes your fancy, you can check out the Golden Street Watch-Along. Full match watch-along. Seth Rollins defending the Universal Championship against Bray Wyatt's The Fiend. It is up on the tube of you. Brother Ollie, Brother Chris, talking to Brother Chris. Brother Chris sadly came to his sinister demise at the end of that episode of Watch-Along. Check it out, see what happens. The Cross showed up yet again, fresh from the gold mine. More episodes coming soon of that too. Well, I can tell you that Brother Chris, after having his, well, you wait and see what happens to him. After the show, he was taken immediately to a local medical facility. But being the big league boy that he is, thoughts and prayers to Brother Chris, would be pleased to hear that he was back, deadlifting tumble gyres just hours later. Big league! Because if there's one thing we can be sure of day to day, is that you cannot keep a golden sun down. The suns will rise every damn day. So we started to recap The Fiend versus Seth Rollins at last. This is where things, we hope, get very, very interesting this week. Now, before we knuckle more so into that, let's speak back briefly to the start of this week's episode of Raw. It's been a nice little episode so far, just as far as furthering the development of some of the stars that perhaps we can foresee getting a bit of a push, getting a bit of a lift, getting a bit more of a showcase, not just this week during the draft, but hopefully in the fallout of the draft as well.
His entire career, and he's gonna have a life.
This is a moment of note. Tyson Fury's getting a nice little entrance to the ring. He's got a bit of theme music. He's got his Titantron up. Out he jogs, getting ready for his likely confrontation with Mr. Get These Hands, Braun Strowman. Now, Tyson Fury is a loose cannon. You don't know what you're going to get out of the Gypsy King, I can tell you. Okay. Your man, Tyson Fury's on the mic. What's he going to say?
Last week I was here minding my own business. Braun, he tried to make me look like a fool. I wound up getting chucked out. So tonight, I'm here to demand an apology.
Yeah, Tyson, fuming. Wasn't pleased about getting booed from the arena last week on Smackdown.
You felt like you were...
Here we go. So Jerry the King's in the ring with the Gypsy King. Here comes the King of the Monsters, Godzilla! Alright, Braun, what's he going to say about all this then?
There is Braun Strowman.
Alright, Braun's in the ring. The locals scream, get these hands. But who's going to get what hands?
Look, man.
Braun on the mic.
I was messing around trying to have a little fun with you last Friday on Smackdown. That is until I saw the way you looked at me, like you wanted a piece of this.
Okay.
And that's why I gave you a little present in Dolph Ziggler. And I don't know if you heard it or not,
translate,
but
that's what I saw.
was dragging your ass out of that building, I was saying let him go. Because I promise you, the last thing you want is to get in my ring. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Okay, well,
I will literally...
This is not the harmonious apology that Tyson was hoping for.
Well, it's a good job that those security did jump on me and take me out. Because I'd have got in this ring
Come on, Tyson.
and I would knock you out.
Come on then, let's set up the match. Let's get it done. Let's get the contract on the table.
That's where you're mistaken, my friend. It'd be you laying on your back, staring up at the lights, and not for some slow-ass 10 count like the last time you fought Wilder. Okay. I'm a heavyweight champion of the world. How many heavyweight titles have you won?
Ooh. Oh dear me. Face to face, about the same height as each other. Madness. These guys are legit. Tyson Fury shoved him. Oh, here we go. He's been picked up and carried into the corner. My word, have we ever seen so many security? There's about 20 guys in black shirts running to the ring. To be fair, they probably need them. Alright, usually in such medleys, security gets flung left, right and centre. What's going to happen today? Are they going to keep calm? Are they going to keep cool heads? I doubt it. No. Oh, Braun's given a few a shove. Ah, here we go. Tyson's broke loose. He's in the corner. Stinger splash from Tyson Fury. What a time. Ah, here we go. Now, we did not get the Icon Sting on Smackdown last week, unfortunately, but we just got a nice Stinger splash from the Gypsy King on Monday Night Raw. Alright, Braun's outside the ring. They're trying to chill him out. As I say, we've got... could be about 12 guys block. Oh wow, Tyson Fury's giving him a hiding. Headbutts, punches, knees. He's not just working with his fists. Oh, boom! Look up and knockout blows. He's left them all lying. Alright, Braun's going to react to that. He's like, okay, if you can do it, I can do it too. Wow, and Braun's just given a big old pair of slaps and punches to his group. So everyone's lying. The big guys are back in the ring going at it. Tyson's shoved him into the corner. Okay, we got the WWE locker room. The roster has made it into the ring. That's probably a little bit more effective, I should imagine. I mean, I quite fancy that somebody else in this ring is about to get themselves knocked the F out. Let's see what happens. Okay, the crowd want them to fight. Eric Young very bravely is the one in the first line, along with Cesaro blocking Tyson Fury. Okay, Braun's broke loose. Oh, and he's charged in, delivered something of a semi-stinger splash of his own. The medley continues. It's all popping off on Monday Night Raw between the Monster Among Men and the Gypsy King. This one's brilliant. Tyson Fury's looked fantastic in that ring, quite frankly. His movement's been strong. We know he can hit, we know he can punch. Been quite impressed with his headbutts and knees, quite frankly. And there he is, he's charged straight into that corner again, the big guy. The big guy on the big guy. This is nuts. Oh dear, everyone's about to go flying, you can just tell. What's going to happen here? Okay, they've dragged Tyson away again, so they've separated the two guys once more. It's not been very effective in this. Ultimately, they have to separate them until they get their breath back and then they break loose and charge each other. Okay, they both look furious. Devon's in the ring. Brother Devon! Didn't spot ya. There he is. He'll keep things nice and tidy and all that. Come on, nobody else spotted him. Somebody chant Devon get the tables. That's how we'll sort this one out. Oh, Braun's broke loose. He's charged and splashed across the ring again. Straight through the crowd, straight into Tyson. They've not done a very good job of keeping these two apart. You just can't.
Look at the size of these two behemoths.
Absolutely, behemoths is the word. We do love that one. That is golden lingo. Well said, Dio. Okay, Mojo Rawley's in there. Still got his face paint on. It's not been all rubbed off in the medley. Right, just you lot be careful of Heath Slater. That guy's got kids. Oh, Tyson's up. He's big leaguing. He's showing the guns. Show him off, Tyson. Those are some fine gypsy guns. Oh, Braun's broke loose. He's charged the corner. Oh, this is cool. Loving life over here in the Golden Compound. Alright, yeah, we're getting a lot more from this than I had anticipated, actually. Did not think there'd be this degree of physicality. No way. Good on you, Tyson Fury. Round of applause. Braun's leaving. He's being shown up the ramp. They've broken him up at last. Wow. Do you know what? Great showing from your Gypsy King there. Braun, as ever, we know what he's all about. But we needed to see something from Tyson Fury. Besides the legitimacy of his punching ability, he's shown a lot of good physicality here tonight. That's nice. Yeah. It's an intriguing contest between this pair. You know, Braun does have more size,
now that
more
you've
weight.
shared the ring with Tyson Fury,
Here we go, he's being interviewed with Charlie Caruso.
I tell you what, Tyson's a tough son of a bitch.
Too right, yeah. Good, wasn't it? Good, wasn't it? Yeah, you tell him, Braun. That's cool. I love the way this is
Said
going.
he was coming to
Certainly a
Monday Night
degree
Raw
of
to
respect
demand
between the
an
two guys,
apology
as there
from
should
you.
be.
He didn't
But they're
quite get
fuming,
it.
they want each other.
Will
Wow,
he get
Braun's
one in
facials.
future?
Of course,
He looks furious staring down that camera.
Disrespecting me, my business
This
is
is awesome.
WWE. I don't play that crap, Tyson Fury.
Yeah, love it.
Do you expect...
Okay, Tyson's watching from the ring. Braun's on the big screen. Is he coming back out? He is. He's come back out to the arena boy, straight down the ramp, slid into the ring. They're at each other again. Yeah, this you can't keep these two apart. Get the match started. Ring the bell. Don't need a contract. My word, there we have it. Raw has gone off air. Raw! With Braun Strowman battling it out in the ring still with the Gypsy King Tyson Fury. This is superb. Really quite enjoying this storyline, this development. And as I say, I've been most impressed by the level of physicality shown at this early stage. And particularly in Tyson Fury. Yeah, he's loving life. We know he's a good brother. We know he's a wrestling fan. And I think this is working very, very nicely, pleased to say. Now, we haven't had much of an update so far as The Fiend and the Seth Rollins story is concerned, which is interesting. We're getting a lot of complaints from the internet wrestling community at large in general. I mean, what's new? But there's a lot of mutterings and moanings about WWE not providing enough information, not letting us know what's going to be on shows, changing the card of shows. Personally, I don't mind it. I enjoy tuning in to a broadcast without having many preconceived notions as to what is going to occur. I enjoy the surprise element and the unpredictability of such a show. I enjoy the unpredictability of wrestling at large, and I think that's something that WWE generally has become better and better at over the past 12, possibly 18 months. So there we have it. Raw goes off air. We are waiting to see what happens now on Friday. Will there be further developments in this, the biggest story in all of pro wrestling right now, between The Fiend and Seth effing Rollins? And yeah, to all of those that I potentially upset on Reddit this week, I wasn't rude, but I quite simply expressed an explanation to assist people in their possible confusion with regard to the following of the story of Bray Wyatt's The Fiend. As my opinion was that a lot of people seemingly jumped conclusions off the back of many an unqualified opinion, because it struck me as if A, they hadn't really been watching the story play through, and if they have, B, they haven't really been focused and paying enough attention. Because C, and this is pivotal, Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, their intention going into Hell in a Cell above all else was not to capture the Universal Championship. At this stage it remains unclear, but it doesn't appear that they have much interest in championship belts. What it does seem is that they wanted to draw Seth into his own darkness. Now, following the words as expressed by the genius that is Bray Wyatt on the Firefly Funhouse through his various mediums of art, that is quite apparent that that indeed was his goal. And what do we say to that? Well done, Bray. That was achieved. Hold on. What? Again? Yes. Yes. For those of you who cannot hear the voice of art, because your head is full of empty words from false prophets. For those of you who cannot see art, because your eyes are full of dirt. Your mutterings, your words cannot be heard, because You say nothing.